Hey everybody. I love everybody watching this. Just want you to know that, like, a lot, okay? I feel like talking about something. Do I even need to introduce it with that? Like, can I just say, like, whatever I want to say? I feel like intros or stuff. For all of y'all who are really wanting change in some area of your life, and probably what I'm more gearing towards right now is your personal life, relationships, lives, you know what I mean? Your friendship lives. Because if you are not happy in that scenario right now, there's a reason for it. And you can't ignore the reasons for it. Your whys are the strongest things that change a situation. If you have something going on in your life, and you're trying to accomplish something, I need you to stay focused. I need you to remember that if you allow the things external, the things that are happening in your external world to affect what's happening in your internal world, you can't have balance. You can't have a happy home. It's hard to think about it like that because nobody wants to think about it like that. But it's the truth. It's fundamental to happiness, is what it is. You can't allow everything that's happening around you to affect everything you got going on. You just can't allow that. For so many reasons you can't allow that. For the people who you're going to help with what you're doing, who's going to be affected by what it is that you have to do and what it is that you have to say. Your mission, like just where your energy is guiding you right now, even if that's taking care of your child. If you're going through something with somebody right now, I just want you to know, like, that doesn't mean that has to hold up your progress. Because the truth of the matter is, anybody that you're dealing with on an intimate level is supposed to be pushing you towards your progression anyway. They're supposed to be helping you on your journey to progress every day, and you're supposed to be doing the same thing for them. So if that's not present anyway, there is cause for a reason to step back and just see things from a broader perspective. I just want to tell you to talk to somebody that you need to talk an issue through. It's so simple. It's so easy. People sometimes are so willing to listen to you, you don't even know. If you go to a conversation with two things: one, the ability to listen to what the other person has to say and listen with the intent to care about whatever it is they're presenting to you. Now, that does not mean that you got to let them drag you down some kind of big, huge emotional hole or whatever, if they're feeling like they're in that way. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is you can hear what they have to say about it, however they feel about the scenario, so that you can then relay to them how you feel about it genuinely, and not just because you're trying to get them to see your point of view and that's the only reason you're listening to them. Whoever you're speaking to, it's more effective between the two of you if you listen and care about what the other person is saying. And then, once you've heard them, now it's your turn to talk, and you're presenting how you feel about the scenario and about what they feel about the scenario. And however that is, it's okay to convey that, and it's okay to say that. Totally, whatever it is, it's okay to just say how you feel about some shit, yo. Everybody's not always a bad guy, Not everybody's always done something extremely terrible, and that's the reason your energies aren't vibing at that time. Sometimes it's just, misunderstanding, and sometimes it's continuous misunderstanding. Either way, it does so much good to just talk about things. It's holding it in that causes problems in the long run. It's holding it in that builds fear, that, causes, fearful actions, stuff that you wouldn't do if you haven't been afraid of something happening, It leads to nothing progressive. It leads to nothing productive for you to hold something in and then listen to your assumptions about something and then let the assumptions build into something big in you that you then bring to the relationship. It's never good to take your scars from something in the past into your present. If you bring your hurt with you to a situation without being willing to let go of the hurt, without being willing to adapt at some point, then you hold on to your hurt and it poisons the well. That person now begins to feel, the sorts of things that you're feeling, and that's not okay. You're bringing poison to something that's supposed to be fruitful for the both of you. And same thing if they're doing it. It's no excuse or reason on either part for either of you not to be willing to work on some of your flaws because everybody got them. The thing is being reasonable enough to listen to what the other person has to say. That's the only way to work through the issue. You talk to these people that you care about, that you care to actually talk to, because that's what's going to save your relationship. That's what's going to savor something real. If it is real, I'm only talking about relationships that you really want to preserve, the ones that you really want to keep intact, the ones that are good, the people that care about you, the people that have shown that they care about you throughout however much time. You know, sometimes situations are dramatic and, you know, people got to show that they care about you or that they don't real fast. So be thankful when they do show you. Either way, be thankful when they don't, because that means that you don't have to continue on with that person. You no longer have to invest trust, money, energy, interest in them at all. You now have freed up a huge portion of your life and time. Be grateful for that. And if they do care about you, I shouldn't have to explain to you why you should be grateful for them in your life and what they mean in a world where a lot of people, I won't say people in general because that's not the truth, but a lot of people don't care, meaning care enough to sacrifice some shit that they got going on to help somebody else's cause, you know? Resources, energy, time, whatever they're investing, whatever they're sacrificing so that you can benefit. That's someone that cares about you. No one who doesn't care about you is going to sacrifice anything for you. It is people walking around with $1,000 in their pocket, bum asking if they got some change. I don't mean to say bum. It's a homeless person asking if they have some change, and you know, they walk right past them like they ain't shit. You know, sometimes snarl at them or something. I'm only saying, be real to the ones that are real to you and be honest with them about whatever you're feeling, yo. There's nothing generally speaking that can't be worked on if you are willing to talk to somebody. It's crazy how huge things can, you know, kind of be smoothed over and at least have some sort of mutual understanding. In order to have that, for one, it helps, especially if you're going to continue on with a person, to just ask them a question. Don't assume anything at all. Anything at all. If it hasn't been confirmed by the person, if you even have it on another source, it's good to just ask the person. If they're an honest person, weigh it out, you know? Some people are honest in general, but will lie when they are very afraid of something, you know, maybe like losing you. It's understandable. That's like a natural response for, you know, most people, I would say. I'm not that person, yo. Me personally, I'm not lying about shit, about anything at all at any point, because that is the point that shit starts to die, in my opinion. Right at that point. As soon as the lies start to happen, it's poison in the well. Boop. And then whoop. I don't introduce poison into my wells. I don't introduce poison into the wells of the friends that are near me. I don't introduce poison to the wells of people who I spend extensive amounts of time with. If you've truly in life ever met me, I probably have only ever been positive towards you, you know, happy. Even if I don't know you, I gave you a big what's up, a hug, you know, something. I give it how I want it. I give it how I want it, yo. Even when shit's hard, like there's nobody who doesn't go through anything ever. I mean, I went through 7.5 years in prison, yo. Like, there's nobody who hasn't ever went through shit. You deal with your shit, and it's on you to respond however you choose to those things that happen in your life, you know? I could be some of anybody right now. I could have let my circumstances affect me and my mentality. I could be crazy right now. I could have lost my shit. I went to jail when I was 15. I went to prison when I was 15 years old. Didn't come home until I was 22. You know what I mean? That's enough to drive most people fucking crazy. But like, I'm pretty sane, I think, you know? No, I pretty much, you know, got them all. And I think I'm doing really good things in life. So your circumstances are not what control you unless you allow them. And what I'm saying to you right now is, if you are in a relationship and something to do with the relationship is not conducive to the positivity and growth of your spirit, of your health, you know, your body, your temple, and your mind, those three things, should be being nourished at all time. You should hear things like you're wonderful all the time. Hear things like you're amazing, you're a genius, you're awesome, everything you're doing is so fucking good, yo. And if it's not, that's got to be told the truth about. That's got to be told real about. Constructive criticism, you know, so that you grow into another stage and don't just stay where you're at and stay in ignorance or stay in lack because you don't know how to supersede this next level. That's what they're supposed to do as somebody you're spending a lot of your time with.